how you doing? It is David coming to you. Well, I'm in my whiskey den, but this is a Collecting Beatles 101 video. I got a new, to me, record in the mail. Which you know what it is based on the title card and title of this video. But I wanted to do a little unboxing. It's actually not boxed. It's sandwiched between two pieces of cardboard, rigid cardboard. The sides are not sealed up, so I'm afraid rain, if it was rainy, rain could have gotten, in through there. Well, let's see what the condition of this record is, and we're gonna do a little oh, there's the doggies. Nellie got in here too. So anyway, let's I got a knife. Let's carefully cut. I can probably just slip it. Oh my gosh. Slip it out this way. It is, because you can't have too many copies of Rubber Soul, the American version. And no, it doesn't. Vinyl doesn't look too bad. I am going to give it a listen. Now here's, let me do this. They don't even have it in the inner sleeve. It's like, put it in the inner sleeve. Now obviously this is on the Apple label, which is a early 1970s pressing, label variation. The cover, it looks like someone at some point was using the front cover to lean on and scribble, because there's impressions in, I don't know if you could even see it, in the front cover. We've got a little side and top splitting, but not too bad. The interesting thing, let's see if there's anything else in here. Here, let's do this. Let's see how they pack this thing. I was a little leery because I thought I had seen on one of the, this is on eBay, seller feedback, that they shipped a record in a padded envelope. But this is a vacuum cleaner box, but which is fine. It's better than packing in a padded envelope, and this is rigid, nice rigid cardboard. I prefer a cardboard record mailer. If you're gonna start selling records, and it looks like this seller, that's what they're doing. When I come back after listening to the record, I will show you what I mean. But yeah, this is an eBay auction. I'm like, you know what? Let me just put a bid on it. It was $5.50 plus I got charged $6 for shipping. You know, and they have a bunch of other Beatles records up on auction, but this one I really, Rubber Soul is probably my favorite American Beatles album. The description on this, let me go to the description. They said, first they listed this as a mono copy, but clearly it's stereo, because that's what the mono copies weren't around very long. And even on the record, it says stereo. On the cover it says stereo, so I knew this was indeed going to be a stereo version of the record. They say, this is a rare and valuable copy of the Beatles Rubber Soul album, released in 1965 on Capitol Records. The LP features 33 RPM speed and is in black vinyl material with a cardboard sleeve case type. The record grading is good plus, while the sleeve grading is very good. This first pressing edition LP, which it's not, this is probably like a fifth stereo pressing, probably, or sixth. is a must-have for any fan of the British invasion of pop rock styles of music. The record includes an original inner sleeve and is in English language. Don't miss out on the chance to own a piece of music history with this classic album. Well, like I said, not a first pressing. It's on Apple, not Capitol, but it was, the American version, and it was indeed pressed by Capitol. Um, the original inner sleeve, yes, I would say that this is the original inner sleeve, but it's not in the English language. There's no writing on this inner sleeve. There's no mention about um, the condition, specific condition of the cover, and so I'm gonna clean the record, listen to it, and then kind of tell you a couple of things as far as shipping and whatnot that I would have done a little differently, but we'll see what the sound quality is on this. So stay tuned, stick around. All right, we're back. We are back. So listen to the album. It sounded really good. Let's see if I see any matrix numbers. It's an H18, it looks like, on side 1, and A1 on side 2. Maybe that's where they were thinking it was A9. Yes, they were thinking it was a first pressing, but it's not. H18. Okay, so, all right. So here's, while I was researching, now, while the record was playing, now in the lower right-hand corner on the back cover, next to the RIAA symbol is a number. Number on this would be 18, which means that this was, the cover was put together in Los Angeles between 1970 and 72. That's what the 18 is for. And that would usually corroborate with the actual pressing of the record. So this is indeed a Los Angeles pressing. It is the first Apple variation from 1970. So side 1, and I can determine that by what the label looks like. And on these first Apple pressings, on the label, I should have done a close-up of this, but on the label under the Apple logo, the Apple on the actual paper label is Capitol Records Incorporated Indicia. So later pressings on Apple would say manufactured by Apple. So even though there were some imperfections in the vinyl, it sounded really clean and crisp and clear. The only issue I had was there's a few pops on the song Michelle. Okay, no worries on that. Now, I'm not naming who the seller on eBay is because I do not want to embarrass anyone or call anyone out. But really, this is an okay way to ship a record. And I understand. I paid $5 for it, right? So they might be like, well, we're going to ship it, and it's going to be sturdy and nice. But anyone who's going to be selling records, used pre-owned records online, including eBay, this is what I do. All right, when I sell a record, I will take the record, yes. And on my records too, I listen to them first. So I play test. Then what I will do when I'm ready to, actually after I play it, I have this all ready before, I do a wet cleaning as well before I listen to the records. Gets the dust and stuff up. So there was a little wet residue on this rubber mat that I use. So what I do is I take the record. I've invested in these inner sleeves. They're MFSL style sleeves. So they're, I guess, rice paper with Mylar. Does not scratch the record. Put the record in like that. And then what I will do is take one of these outer sleeves, and then I will sandwich. Let me take that away. Then I will sandwich everything together. I take the cover, I take the original inner sleeve, put it back here, and then I will take the record. So it's like that. Can you see? Look. Can you see? Look. And then I will just slide it all in here. There we go. Come on now. Oh, come on. It worked in rehearsal. Let me do it this way. This might be a little easier. There we go. And then load it from the top. That way, like I used to load it so that the opening for this outer sleeve would be facing this way. I could just take the record out. But putting it on a shelf, it would kind of bunch up. So I just load it from the top. That way I know dust isn't getting into the record. All right, so there you go, like that. And then now this will go on my shelf. Now if I was selling this record, instead of using, I mean, cardboard, again, this is nice and rigid, but I mean, this was not protected from the elements. So what I do, and this is an investment, so you build all the costs of this into your price for your records. I don't do auctions, I just do buy it nows, and yeah, I'll make some money on them. So what I do, you can buy these record mailers. They're not super expensive, nice heavy cardboard. So what we'll do is take this, we'll take some bubble wrap, wrap this whole thing in the bubble wrap, then we place it in to here, and there's perforations. Let's see if I can just lift this up. There's perforations where you just fold it, tape it up, and it is sealed from the elements. And then it just nice, rigid, and gets sent out that way. So there you go. I will leave positive feedback for the seller, and you know, for $5 and a nice different label variation of Rubber Soul. It is my favorite Beatles album, and it's nice at this point just to be able to collect label variations of it pretty cheaply. So all right, so there you go. Until next time, it is me, David, coming to you. Over there is the Beatles corner, and we'll catch you on the flip side next time, and happy collecting. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll check in with you soon. Thanks again.